What's going on, guys? I can see a lot of action in the chat. I mean, did anyone just see that intro? John's face was there, and that's the only time you're going to see him tonight because he's not here with us. I'm flying solo, but look at this, the chat. Let me just get a few of these out. There's a few people here. Genwill, as ever. Hashtag Glazers out. How you doing? What a champion. Reborn's in here from the start, and the big man, Chris C, is here. I like it all. Look at all this. I wonder if someone called Recon is in the world. Maybe in another dimension. Maybe in the hollow earth, Reborn reckons. 100% in the hollow earth. I like that. I like that. But the real reason we're here, I like how Reborn's here as a Liverpool fan, but the real reason we're here is to talk about Man United. First thing we'll get into is... First game we'll talk about the Leicester game. So... United, we went into the Leicester game on the back of a 1-0 win against Southampton. Hey, Reborn, how are you, man? I'm good. Yeah, we went into the Leicester game on the back of a 1-0 win against Southampton, which was a hard-fought win, and then that was the same 1-0 outcome, another hard-fought win, but I don't think we were ever really in danger in that game. It was De Gea didn't have much to do, made a save, I think, and we got the decisive goal, which was a good goal in itself, and then we came away with the chocolates. That's the people getting on the back of United saying we're playing counter attack and we're doing this, we're doing that, but ultimately the name of football is to score goals and to stop the opposition from scoring goals, and that's what we've done in that game. It wasn't the best game, but 1-0, it's you got to take it, and it propelled us to a third win in a row on the back of Liverpool, Southampton, then Leicester, which really got our season going. 9 points was good, considering the first two games we got absolutely spanked. And then that led us into the game that everyone really wants to talk about, the Arsenal game. Me personally, when I saw the lineup, I was a bit surprised. I thought Ronaldo was going to start. I knew Elanga wasn't going to start. Hey, Jimmy, how are you, man? Yeah, I knew Elanga wasn't going to start, but I thought Ronaldo was going to start. Then I was shocked he put Antony in from the start, but then again, it's someone that knows his tactics, knows his game plan. He trusts him. He's a Ten Hag player, and that's the same with Martinez. He's a Ten Hag player. Ericsson, Malashia, these are his signings. He's putting them in, and ultimately he was proved right because Antony scored the goal that got United going 1-0. And if that was Rashford or Sancho, I think they wouldn't have taken that shot on their left foot because he's naturally left foot. Bang, he whipped it around. Ramsdale was really good finish. Is there room for Ronaldo to start? Reborn says don't need him. I actually think there is. I think he will come in. ASSNA. Who dem mans? Are they the ones that they're talking about the takeover? Genwell, is that what you're talking about? Oh, you're talking about Arsenal. I thought you were talking about because all the news came out about the. I thought you were talking about all the news coming out about the takeover. You're just bantering Arsenal. Yeah, listen, Arsenal for me. So we'll touch on them. Asna, let's call them. How Genwell's put them in. They, sorry guys, they're a big bunch of pretenders. Like first tough game, and listen, they played well. They do play well, but Arteta thinks he's Pep. Don't anyone try to convince me that he doesn't think he's Pep. Gabriel Jesus thinks he's R9. Martinelli thinks he's CR7. Like Xhaka thinks he's Roy Keane. Like these guys, they think that, and everyone's like upping them, like upping them, and like what have they done? What have any of them done? Like nothing. All right, shush with we don't need Ronaldo. Rashford's still not great up top, and Martial is injury prone. I didn't say it, man. Reborn's getting in there. He's a Liverpool fan. He's a nice guy. Hashtag nice guy. Reborn. Um, listen, he'll come in. I think you got to give it. You got to look at it's all circumstances. Like you got to look at it. He probably didn't train much early. Obviously, all this stuff with his future. He said he had a personal issue where you got to take his word for it. What if his mother was sick? Like whatever. I'm just giving examples. He'll come in, man. We're gonna start playing Thursday, Sunday, all the time now. Like back to I was shocked he didn't start, and I was actually shocked Casemiro didn't start. But as John keeps pointing out to me, McTominay is playing well, even though I don't like him. You got to give ups to the guy. Like he played well again, like he did his job. But Casemiro will play better, I think, when he gets in. And Ten Hag is showing that he will reward you for playing well, and that's what we've been waiting for so long. We've been wanting a manager that will reward players for playing well, training well, whatever, not just a boys' club, putting Maguire in, putting Shaw in, putting whoever in. I'm just using them as examples. Lindelof, let's say, whatever. Even Bruno, just examples. It's not a boys' club now. He's showing that it's his way or the highway, and I really like that. Yeah, but wasn't Ronaldo trying his hardest to get out not too long ago? You think he deserves to just walk in? I agree, Reborn. I'm not saying just put him in, but when he came on, we scored 2 goals because it pushed Rashford to the left. He scored 2 goals from the left because he knows how to play up front. He's a forward, you know what I mean? I see them Asna fans saying we won because of Paul Tierney and they dominated and unlucky not to win. How did they? That was a foul, mate. I watched it. Even True Geordie was saying, how can you go in the back of someone, right? He didn't touch the ball. The whole, the whole, I don't know what the word is. The whole point of a foul is if you try to tackle someone and you don't get the ball, that's a foul. You know what I mean? And even at times you can get the ball and it's still a foul. He pushed Ericsson, did not touch the ball, and hit him with his knee. That's a foul. I don't understand. Jimmy says no, Maguire. Listen, when he was warming up and he come on, I was getting worried. Excuse me. Yeah, I was getting worried. I was getting worried. Beggars can't be choosers, Reborn. If Salah asked out, would you just bin him off completely? Don't know. I don't know, I don't know. CR7 on the bench, genuinely happy when Antony. He was, Rob. And how are you? I saw him. He got up and he was clapping. Did you see he had a big grin on his face? He will come in, man. I've got no doubts that Ronaldo will come in. He'll come in and play. And I actually think it's Sancho that's in a bit of trouble now because he was a bit pedestrian today. Didn't really see much of him. And the good thing is you bring in a player like that, whatever, that we know Ten Hag likes. Rashford, Sancho, Martial, they all have to lift their game now to get in the team. And that's what competition for places does. Like, Rob knows that as a coach, like as a player. If someone comes in, you think they're taking your spot, you're going to do everything in your power so they don't take your spot. And now that's what Rashford and Sancho have to do because Antony come in, he didn't play that great, but he scored. He was decisive. So it showed that Ten Hag, in the end, he made the right decision by putting him in, putting Rashford in, scored 2 goals, got an assist. So, like it's unlike Keita, Naby Keita, I think he's talking about, he's actually professional. I wish we had got rid of Salah, got his pay increases, and he hasn't shown up since. And Gemmell given the big eyes to that. You know what? I've watched Liverpool this year. I think every game, even on the weekend, watched them. Weren't good. And you're right, I agree. Salah hasn't showed up. I've watched Chelsea a lot this year. They don't look good. Listen, City look good, even though they drew with Villa on the weekend. Haaland, like, people don't know how to deal with him yet. Like, people do not know how to deal with him. They're showing up, obviously. Arsenal have been showing up. You got to give credit where it's due. Arsenal, they've had a real easy run, but you can only play who's in front of you. But the problem is they had their first test, which was United at Old Trafford. It's probably the biggest game of the year so far in the Premier League when you look at it, barring United Liverpool, but it was only 3 games in United Liverpool. And they failed that test. Whether Arsenal fans want to say it wasn't a foul on Ericsson, whatever they want to say, they dominated. They didn't score. And their defense for the second and third United goals, they've been going on about this Saliba like he's Paolo Maldini. And him and Gabriel were nowhere to be seen. Their 2 centre-backs were out on the far left-hand side of the pitch when Ericsson ran through. Rob, you were a centre-back. What sort of centre-back is that? Like, why were they out there? And then they're saying this guy's the best centre-back we've seen. Like, give me a break. He's not showing up because he's trying to do his job and Mane's job. Klopp's found out. Ooh, I honestly think Ronaldo wants best for Man United. Man U made him when he started his career. Don't think he will leave on bad terms. I totally agree, Jimmy. Gemwell, it's okay, KP. Our warrior midget will deal with Haaland. Listen, man. I'm people going on about Martinez's size. Like, I mean, Franco Baresi was the same height as him. So was Carlos Puyol. So was Paulo Cannavaro. Like, he's got a good partner with him in Varane, and he's fine. Like, they at the moment are one of the best partnerships. They've played three, what is it? Liverpool, Southampton, Leicester, and Arsenal. They've played 4 games together, conceded 2 goals. So, they're doing okay for their first 4 games to get 2 clean sheets. That's pretty good for a new partnership. And all these people having a go at him just because he's short doesn't mean he's physical, man. He's more physical than Varane. He goes in, he took Salah out. He was taking Jesus out. He doesn't care. Like, I don't know you know, what people got against him. Rob says Foden and Walker cost City 4 points for selfish play. They need to be benched. Ten Hag would do that if players aren't playing as a team. It's the AX way. I totally agree, Rob. I've seen those. I was watching that game where Foden wouldn't cut back to Haaland twice. So, and I like it. Like Ten Hag is doing. Not even that it's just the AX way. I just love it. This is the Ten Hag way. It's my way or the highway. You're not on board with me, my philosophies. See you later. And I love it. Blows my mind. Ericsson kicking the ball after his heart scare. The thing that blows my mind, Jimmy, is that blows my mind too. And every time he kicks the ball, mate, I feel warm inside. Like such a story that he's still playing football. Not alone, just still that he's alive and being able to do what he loves is amazing. And on top of that, he was a free transfer. Watching him, I'm so shocked no one else went for him. He has been our best signing. He's all the goals last night. The first goal we scored came from Ericsson dropping deep, looking for a forward pass a la Michael Carrick, you know what I mean? Looking forward into Bruno's feet. Second one, Ericsson deep, looking for a forward pass. Then Bruno played a great ball, don't get me wrong, and Rashford did well to finish, but all from Ericsson, where it started. Third goal, Ericsson runs deep, assist. Like, he's an excellent player, and both feet, like, I'm so shocked no one else went for him. Yeah, but one Varane injury just derails everything. Hopefully he stays fit. The good thing is, Ten Hag has said I had him on a different fitness regime, and at the moment it seems like that was working. Hear that from a lot of fans. Mane's left, you made a mistake. He wanted to go for a new challenge, we didn't kick him out. That's 100% true. You can't, if a player says I want to leave, what do you do? What would you do up front, Reborn? Are you talking about for Liverpool? Chelsea could definitely do it. A lot of teams could do with an Eriksen. I don't know what you guys think of him, Rob. Like everyone, like he, excellent footballer, man. Very smart footballer. You can see it. Like Reborn. That question to Reborn, I would. You got to go with Nunes now, mate. They spent money on him. He's got to put him up front and play him as a central striker with Salah and probably Diaz. That's what I would do with if I was Liverpool. But if I was in charge of Liverpool, I'd probably sabotage them. So don't take my word. Chelsea could definitely do with Eriksen. We read that one. Eriksen's vision is one of the best in the business. Denmark will be a World Cup threat. Totally agree, Rob. Totally off topic. I was talking about the World Cup before. So I saw that Leao for Milan the other day. And remember me and Rob, we were talking about it. I was saying Portugal, I think, are a threat. And I was going through their team. Now I'm thinking even more about it. So Ronaldo up front, João Felix, that Leao, who's having a great time of it, Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, and then at the back, Dalot's coming into form now for um, United. And you've got Renato Sanchez still in the midfield. Pepe at the back. They've got a good goalkeeper. Like, mate, Portugal, that's my tip for them. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but they're going to go deep. They've got a squad. Like, their first 11 is strong. Strong first 11. France is obviously strong first 11, but that Portugal team just looks dangerous. Big players in it too. That's what I think. I don't know what you guys think, but we'll talk more about that on the World Cup podcast. Milan derby was so good. Yeah, was. It was. It was even better that we beat Liverpool and Arsenal in the span of 4 games. So Ruben Diaz, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so Ruben Diaz and Pepe at the back, Rob, with Dalot now coming into form for United right back. Not sure who their left back is, but they got good team, man. And props to our Ange. Hopefully he can stick one up rules real. It's at It's in Scotland, I think, isn't it? In the morning, I'm pretty sure it's in Scotland. So it's going to be a big one for Ange. Good on him, man. He's doing really well. So yeah. So back to it. We beat Leicester 1-0, and then Leicester got absolutely pumped by Brighton. Oh, well, I think Rob said it on here a week or two ago, mate. They're gone. I don't know if Rodgers is trying to get the sack, what's going on there, but they're in trouble, man. Just selling for fun, not buying anyone. And, we only beat them 1-0. But listen, I think we play them later on now. Once Ten Hag gets his way going, we smack them. And it was so good today, or yesterday, sorry, whenever it was the other day, that we scored 3 goals against Arsenal because we were looking low, these 1-0s, 1-0s, 1-0s. 3-1, 3 great goals too. Like it was really good to see Rashford scoring and just smiling. You see them just happy, like he was so happy. It was good. Should have sold Ox, Keita, and maybe Firmino. Got a couple of decent midfielders. Firmino's decent, needs 2 creative mids. Carvalho and Elliott are good, but need time. Yeah, well, I think they're hinging everything like they did. They hinged everything on they thought they were going to get Chouamini. Then he chose Real Madrid. And now I think they're hinging everything on that. They believe they're going to get Jude Bellingham. And I don't, Real Madrid could come in for him. Say United are in the top 4 next year, City. I think that everyone's going to go in for him. So, but they're banking on they're going to get him. I think Liverpool, like they did with Chouamini, and that failed and sort of hurt them. So, I mean, and Bellingham's going to be a real good signing. He's playing really well. He looks a player, that's for sure. So, how do they have such a loss, Genwell, when they've sold so many players? I don't get it. They sold Fofana for 80 million. Um, who else? They sold about 3 or 4 players, didn't they? So and they got a loss. Like, what's going on? And their owner's a billionaire. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me. Like it's. I don't know. Then again, I'm no finance man, but that it's weird. Like I don't know. I don't even think he's trying to get sacked. I just think he's hit his limit. Like he did rule. You got to think about it. He still won an FA Cup with them under not having much money, and I don't know. Like, and he done well. It's like he's hit his limit with them, and the players are like sort of doing what United players have done in the past and downing tools already, which is like. And I'm shocked Tielemans even stayed there. It's the last year of his contract, so they're going to lose money on him next year. He's going to go for free to whoever he goes to. I wrote off Salah when he brought his agent in to negotiate and upped his game for the deal. Now he's gone missing again. Yeah, in fairness, Bruno Fernandes did that. He's only just started playing better now. He got his deal and he was torrid for 6 months after his deal, as you know. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I was not sure what was happening with their owners, and Rogers' signings haven't really been that great. Didn't he only sign 1 player this window? Leicester's wage is too high in top 20 in the world. Really, would that be bad for them considering they don't have the biggest stadium and obviously this to do with their owners. But yeah, that's power to them. All right, let's have a look here. So, United's next game, we're away to Sociedad. And obviously, Ten Hag is going to start. No, sorry, we're home to Sociedad. He's going to start. He has to start rotating. So, if this was me, I don't know. I guess you are allowed to. I'm not sure there's rules against it, but I'll be putting in Dubravka in goals, Wan-Bissaka right back, Maguire, Lindelof, Luke Shaw. Give Casemiro some game time. Donny van de Beek. Not sure who else goes in there, but and then up front you give Ronaldo some game time. If Martial's fit, give him some game time. Just give players the game time. He's going to start rotating. And what I've really loved about Ten Hag is he's a manager that, like Rob said, the Ajax way, he wants 60, 70% possession. He knows his team can't do it right now. He hasn't had all of them at once. And he's adapted himself to play a bit on the counter, but still play a high line. And he's doing really well. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Reborn. They just replaced Fafana with some guy. I don't know him. I saw him. They said his name, but I'm not 100% sure who he is. But yeah, I think they just did that. That's it. So I don't know. I think they're gone. Either this year or next year they'll be done. I think so. Relegated. But yeah, like back to it. If I was Ten Hag, I'd be rotating. Play CR from the seven. He'll want more. Yeah, I agree. I think he should start him and Casemiro, and even just give him 60 minutes, and then if they play really well, you can bring them in for Palace. That's what I think. It's then again, it's you just he has to rotate. I don't think there's nothing else he can do. Like it's players need a rest. They're gonna need a rest, and Casemiro has to come in eventually because regardless if McTominay's playing well, like I said, I don't really like him, but he has played well. He played well last game, and I like how Ten Hag is rewarding players for playing well. So that's the one thing that I really like. You reward players for playing well, and they will give back to you. That's the thing. You will get it back from your players if you reward them, and you're good to your team. I guess what's the word? The team sees that you're looking after them, and they're getting something out of it. Everyone likes that when they're getting something out of it, I guess. I'd actually like Casemiro, Fred. I don't know, but everyone's so high with their Brazil partnership. Oh, the thing is, there you go. That's right. Is it Tite picks them for Brazil ahead of Fabinho. Fabinho is on the bench for Brazil. So, I don't know if you can look into that. I'm not too sure. Is it just, Tite does well as the coach gets the best out of them? I don't know, but he definitely picks them. And Fabinho, people go on about Fabinho, and he benches Fabinho, Fred. So Casemiro obviously is considered one of the best holding midfielders in the world. So he's going to come in eventually. And listen, people are like, oh, he's got to get up to the speed of the Premier League, but he played against English sides last year, and he was. I mean, they played Liverpool and they beat Liverpool in the final. I mean, they played English sides, Chelsea last year, I think, and beat them. Like, so, he's a good footballer. He'll be fine, I think. What is it? No, no more. So, yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Back to the Sociedad game. Listen, it's at home, so we still should go in favourites with whatever squad. That squad I read out. I mean, like Luke Shaw, is a starter for England. These are like Harry Maguire plays, Victor Lindelof plays for Sweden. Wan-Bissaka, okay, is not an international, but Dubravka is. Donny van de Beek's an international. Fred's an international. You've mentioned he should play. Casemiro, there you go. Them three. That's a really good midfield to rotate with. Casemiro, Fred, two starters for Brazil, and Donny van de Beek. Them three to come in the midfield. I think that's pretty good. And then yeah, give Ronaldo some game time. Maybe Garnacho, like just even if you play Antony again, give him another 60 minutes in the Europa. Not it maybe 40. Give him a half. Get him even more up to speed so then he can play in the Crystal Palace game again. I don't really mind with him taking the time to get in the first 11. I agree. Listen, he played in the Super Cup, but then he didn't play any games. He might not be up to speed fitness wise. That's what I think about Casemiro. He's a bit older. And, Anthony's 22, mate. He's hitting the ground running all the time. Like he's young. So, I tend to agree with that, Kenwell. But I can't wait to see him in the midfields. And listen, you can tell. I actually don't think he's going to play him with Fred or McTominay because I think he's playing Bruno, his captain. It's evident he's told Ericsson when he signed him, you're coming to play. You're not a bit part player. You are one of the first teams on the team sheet because he barely subs him. So yeah, that's what I think, Genwell. Elanga, that's what I was trying to think of. Elanga, Antony, Ronaldo. give Ronaldo and Antony maybe 60 minutes. And, if they play really well, you can say, hey, put him in against Palace, put Ronaldo in against Palace. Because if you put Ronaldo in against Palace and they sit deep, you can put Antony now, putting crosses in the box. He's still one of the best in the air. You saw him even when he come on against Arsenal. He played really well. He was getting his beating Saliba in the air, like even from goal kicks, beating him in the air. He's still really good in the air, and he was actually pressing when he come on. This thing that he can't press. I mean, the guy's so fit. Like it's just funny. The English media they get any stick to beat Cristiano with, whereas it's like, oh, he wanted to leave. He's a villain. Let's chastise him. Whatever. Last year, Harry Kane down tools for Tottenham, and the English media were like, "Oh, it's the what's best for his career because he's captain of England." No, didn't go in on him at all. All the English media just, lauding him for doing it. Ronaldo didn't come out once and say he wanted to leave. Didn't down tools. Kept training. Sat on the bench. Came on. Played. Never said a word. And they're still drilling him. Just going off at him like English media is shocking. When it's an English player that they love, like they still haven't said a word about how good Man United's defense has looked without Harry Maguire. They're waiting for Martinez or Varane to make a mistake so they can drill him. Even though even Harry Maguire, come on, his first touch he made a mistake. He got booked. First touch he got booked in the Arsenal game. So Ronaldo, listen, he is super fit, Jimmy. He is super fit. Like it's just him. He's something he's prided himself on. Not many players have prided themselves on it like him. Speaking of Spurs, Bergwijn scoring for fun at Ajax already has 6 goals, 1 hat trick. Yeah, there you go. Well, the thing about him is, Rob, I don't think he fits a Conte system because Conte likes to play either 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. He likes wing backs. And I think Bergwijn is more of just a out-and-out winger. I just don't think he fit Conte. I don't think Conte believes he'll work hard enough as a wing back, up and back, up and back. But, I could be completely wrong. Who knows? I'm sorry, but all this Ronaldo no pressing Rashford is much faster than him, but I don't see lots of difference with their pressing. I'd say Rashford presses less. The pressing thing is a tactic, man. It's, sometimes you, as a forward, a press is on, but you can't press because the rest of your team's not with you. You can't just go run, press by yourself because you just get passed by. Like it's a lot of the time you've got to know when to press and you've got to be told to press. Like sometimes the press has got to come, like you can initiate it, but a lot of times I've played up front, you need the call because you can't just go press. All am I going to do? Chase the back four down? It doesn't happen. But people that are, I don't know what the word is, uneducated to the game, don't realize those things. It's, it is what it is. Rob agrees. Rob agrees. Yeah, I agree too. Like I said, the press it's not always to do with that one person. I mean, it's a team thing. Teams press, not just a player. So, but that's the English media again. The way the English media are, you see them like I've said it before. You would think that Gabriel Jesus has had the career that CR7 has had, and CR7 has had the Gabriel Jesus career because they're like lauding Gabriel Jesus at 5 games at Arsenal. Like he's the best thing since sliced bread and just drilling Ronaldo like he's done nothing in the game. That's just how they are. Once they used to do it to Rooney. Once they can beat you with a stick, no matter how great you are, they'll just keep doing it. I'm too much of a veteran with English media crap. I barely fall for their sensational headline. No one does, I don't think. That's the problem. Defensive midfielder has to make the call to press. It has to be all on. That's exactly what I'm saying, Rob. You, as a forward, you're waiting for a call to go. Sometimes you can initiate it yourself when you think you can get it or something. It's, those things happen. Like it's not everything in a game isn't scripted, but most of the time with a press, you're hearing from behind you, yep, go. And then you go, you win it in a 4-3-3, you'll push them one way, your winger will come, your attacking midfielder will come up with you, the other winger will press in, defensive midfielder will get into position, and the whole team has pressed, not just Ronaldo, let's say, one player. So, you know, I love how we're talking tactics in the chat. It's very informative. If I had a whiteboard now, hold it like this and just. But yeah, it's when, like I said, if you're educated to the game, you understand that it's not just a one person press. It's not. I mean, the only player I can remember that used to be a one person press was like Carlos Tevez. He was just relentless. Like would go mad. That's just how he was. It was like crazy. So but back to it. We've talked about those other games, and listen, great win for United. Anyone that says it wasn't a great win is obviously an Arsenal fan. And listen, I'm not saying we're going to win the league. I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying we're going to make top four, but I think top four is back on now with Ten Hag. He's got the team he wants. He's picked his team. Is drop the captain. It's not a lot of times it's not easy for a coach to come in and drop the club captain that he hasn't put in place. And he's done it. And he knows Maguire's got backing in that dressing room. But the fact that the team is winning without him, no one cares. No one will back him because they're winning. That if they weren't winning, people would get with Harry Maguire. He'd be in there talking this, talking that, and people would go with him, and back him. But now that they're winning, they're happy. Say Rashford's an Englishman and he tries to get him on his side. Well, Rashford's going to be like, well, I'm scoring and we're winning and I'm playing. Why would I back you? Maybe Ten Hag knows what he's talking about and he'll back the coach. That's just how change rooms are. When I played DM, I used to shout lock, as in lock them in the opposer to regroup, no press. There you go. We don't talk about the snake. It's always the Argentinian. Lots of points to be taken from a lot of teams. Yeah, I agree. So, listen, I think top four's on, and like you can see it now. Listen, I still think City are going to win the league, but they've dropped points. They dropped points to Villa. They've dropped points. Like it's top four is definitely there because, like I said, Liverpool aren't looking crash hot, and neither are Chelsea. But Chris Christopoulos, hi everyone. Hey, big man, how are you? But Harry doesn't even know where to stand off the ball. Exactly, Rob. He's very old-fashioned defender. Listen, I'll win the header, put a tackle in. Okay. The old-fashioned defender, like the English defender that they say, which is probably not even true because Bobby Moore was an old English defender and he was champion. But Tony Adams was an old English defender. Sol Campbell, all these guys, Terry, Ferdinand, they're all better than Maguire. Like, no one can ever convince me they're not. So. I don't know if you watch the Football Terrace, but I was so annoyed with all the Arsenal fans trying to dictate our expectations. I watch it sometimes. I more watch United Stand, United View, love them, and I do watch Vibe with Five. I really like Rio Ferdinand's channel, Vibe with Five. He, a lot of time he does know what he's talking about, and I don't mind his channel because he gets Howson on there, and I watch Stretford Paddock too. But yeah, I don't like I watch the Football Terrace sometimes, but they're like that. I know what you mean. They all dictate our expectations. That's how they are. They'll just say, "Oh, United's expectations should be fifth," or like why? Ten Hag has come from winning leagues, semi-finals of Champions Leagues with a team he never expected. No one expected him to get it with that Ajax team. Why should his expectations not be to win something? Like he's coming there to win, and if anyone thinks otherwise, they're dreaming. It's not even old fashioned. Harry's just bad. Watch Martinez. He's old fashioned. He picks his moment to attack the loose ball, gets it right. Yeah, he does. And he's a very good progressive passer, Rob. You'll know that like your centre back. He looks forward, which is the best pass for a centre back. They got to go to the fullbacks a lot because but when there's that gap, he hits it. And that's the best pass because it takes three or four players out of the game. And he does it a lot. He's a very good passer. But yeah, so I do think top four is on for United. I mean, that has to be the aim now. Like he's won 4 on the trot. The aim has got to be to try finish in the top 4, probably try win the Europa. It'd be that'll be even try win a cup, a domestic cup. But he's definitely got to try win the Europa. And if he does that in the first year, I think he'll be more than happy. And then next year he is got to bring in more, strengthen that squad, and he'll be laughing. Man United is a good squad, for heaven's sakes. Ten Hag's will have his sights set on winning. That's exactly what I'm saying, Rob. 100% agree. I'm not changing my expectations that we'll get 5th because I still don't trust this unit because they are serial bottlers. Sure, we've signed these class players, but this is still the unit. Man United definitely in the top 20. You're good, that one. See, I agree, Gamble. They did down tools, but that's why I love all the new signings. And John says to me, why do you love them all? And I go, because none of them were here last year. They weren't part of any of this, and that's what I like about it. He's got his players there now. He's got Antony, Malachia, Ericsson, Casemiro as well. And he knows that they're new and they're backing him. And you can tell Bruno is there for Ten Hag. De Gea's there for Ten Hag. So's Varane. Martinez, I forgot to mention, he's there. They're his players. And the core of even Delo, because Delo wasn't getting in till Ranić came in. So the whole back line is with Ten Hag. Casemiro will be in there. McTominay's with him even. You can tell. Ericsson's obviously with him. Bruno. He's picking people that are with him. Man United for the title. McTom is class, John says. That's why John is not on the show tonight. Because, like I said, I'll give credit where it's due. He's played well. He's had a couple good games, but he's still a liability for me. He did play well. I agree. He played well. Played well against Arsenal, but Casemiro has to come in. You can't keep picking McTominay over Casemiro. It's just we're not living in the twilight zone. And I think Ten Hag knows that. He's getting him up to speed, getting him ready. And it's good. Martinez, like Rodri, plays simple and safe out the back. The long ball assist is a luxury that he will pull off from time to time. What country is Martinez? He's Argentinian. He'll be playing for Argentina in the World Cup. McTom's crap. Won't keep his place. Got caught out and almost cost Man United another goal. Yeah, Listen, Casemiro will come in for him. He's obviously not up to pace yet, like fitness-wise. You can just tell. He's obviously going to probably get 60 minutes or so on Friday morning, and he'll come in. It's inevitable, And I think that's what McTominay is. He is a bench player. He could go to Everton or something and start every week, but if he wants to stay at Man United, I think he will accept that he's a bench player. Yeah, title talk from John. Maybe he's smoking bush and why he's not here tonight. John deserted me tonight, man. He had prior engagements and he just deserted me. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's at the Royal Adelaide show, to be honest. I think he's there with his family, having a good night, which is good. Hopefully he's having fun. But yeah, me and John have got this thing. Every time Man United are playing, every time we score a goal, we just send each other a message saying treble, like we're going to win everything. So, listen, I tipped Man United to win 4-0 both games, and we only scored 4 goals across both games. But we won both. John is laughing. Chris says, John, the intro was so fast because John wasn't here to delay it. If John's not here to keep me delayed, we're on time, just on time. Varane, Casemiro, and CR7, all ex-Real Madrid. Ten Hag will put them on the pitch together. Yeah, I agree. Because then you look at it, Rob, he'll have the whole spine will be, even you go De Gea is the only player that was currently left at the squad that's won a title. So you have De Gea, who's a title winner. Varane, title winner. Martinez, so title winner. That's a core at the back. Casemiro, title winner. And then Ronaldo. The whole core going through the middle of the team will be title winners, big time players. That's what you want, your core. When your core is strong, your team is strong. John reckons CR7 is bench warmer. I don't think he's going to be a bench warmer. Third choice after Martial. I don't think so. I don't think he is. John says that, and he said it on here too, but I don't think he is. I said that, John. I think Martial was playing in preseason because he didn't have anyone else. And I think he likes Martial, but I think Ronaldo is going to come in. I think Ronaldo will eventually come in and he'll play. Martial is he's built of straw. How can you trust him? What, am I going to give you a game and then you're going to get injured? It's not, there's no continuity with him. And I don't know, it doesn't go for me. He is a good player. I like him. I think Martial and Ronaldo should fight for the sole centre striker spot. Rashford and Sancho should pretty much fight for the left-hand side. And I mean, the right-hand side is Antony's because even Ten Hag said it. Till Antony came, we didn't really have a player that their natural position was the right-hand side. So, some Garnacho can maybe give him a bit of competition there. Excuse me, Elanga will be a bit of competition for Europa, and that someone's got to come in probably next year and give a bit of competition to him. Let's have a little detour. I really believe all this VAR drama is just within EPO. I don't hear lots of drama from the other leagues. No, because the other leagues are a lot quicker, and they don't complain. You see, was it the Newcastle game? There was 2 decisions on the weekend. I can't remember the other one. The Newcastle game and the Chelsea game. So what does everyone think of that Chelsea one? Was that a foul? Did Bowen foul Mendy? I don't. VAR's wild. Did Bowen foul Mendy in everyone's opinion? I don't know. Did he leave a trailing leg? I don't know. The Eriksen one was, I think Odegaard fouled Eriksen. I don't. And when I was watching it, I was watching True Geordie do his podcast. Where they were watching the game live. He goes, I think that's a foul. And then he said exactly what I'm saying. The whole point of a foul is if you tackle someone, go whatever, and don't get the ball, that's a foul. You know what I mean? So I don't know what Arsenal fans are complaining about. I was going to say, you better be talking about the Mendy one. Yeah, I don't think it was a foul. Listen, the leg was there, but he didn't boot him. He was trying to lift his leg. I don't think it was a foul. Mendy made a meal of it. And I mean, we could just be saying that because we're not Chelsea fans. Listen, if that was United, would we be saying, if that was on De Gea, if that was on De Gea, every media pundit will be saying, how soft is De Gea? Look at him. Mendy's made a mistake almost every game this year. And does anyone say a word about it? He's made so many mistakes, but he was one of the best keepers in the world. De Gea, listen, he made a howler against Brentford, but it's so scrutinised at United. Bowen was pushed onto Mendy by the Chelsea defender, either goal or penalty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they gave it the other way, Rob. And Eriksen was definitely a foul. He didn't touch the ball. What was his tweet, Genwell? What did he write? I didn't see the Declan Rice tweet. You have to fill us in. Yeah, and the Newcastle one was pretty crap decision too. The English, they don't get the decisions well. The English the English VAR. I'm talking crypto. The English VAR, they don't get. It's all Chris's fault. They don't get it right. I don't think you're spot on. The other countries are never like them. Don't seem to get things wrong like them. It's crazy. Spot on, Rob. I knew you loved United deep down. Johnny G reckons. Rob likes Eriksen. He said it. He goes, he's a very good player. He's very on. He does like Eriksen, to be fair, and he's said that. So we've got a few people watching, guys. If there's a few people in the background just watching, lurking, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the good things. Get our channel going. It's really good. That's up there with one of the worst VAR decisions made since it came into the game. Shambles. Oh, that's what he wrote. He wrote, that's up there with one of the worst VAR decisions. Did he cop it for that? With the FA, he's going to get a fine for that, 100%. There's no way he gets Well, I liked Moyes. Moyes went in on them, like good on him. Like Moyes tore them a new one. Like he went in on them, and he is obviously going to get a fine. Mate, I would too. If I was manager, I would have been losing it. If I was manager, I would have lost it. Like you're a manager of that, and that happens to your team. Like what's he going to do? He's not. Mendy came out, didn't get the ball obviously because it went to Cornet. Cornet, great finish. Like, and then he gets robbed of that. Like it was crazy. Oh, he got nut. He got away with tweeting that. Like he's not getting in trouble. That's crazy. I thought he would have copped it for that. Sorry, guys. Agree. How could they not see that? There was another one where a forward had his arms around the goalkeeper behind him. How did they miss that? Yeah, the English VAR is terrible. Like they don't get things right. They just, yeah, they 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 don't get things right. Like they're definitely not on board with things. They're the way they take so long as well. I've watched it in Spain, I think it is, and Italy, and it's like this, bang bang. It's so quick. In in England, it's so just delayed, and yeah, it's not very good. But yeah, anyway, guys, we've talked about pretty much everything. So, good win against Leicester, really good win against Arsenal. In the end, Arsenal were top of the table, and they were telling everyone they were going to win the league, and we beat them. So, you know, KP performing like Arsenal's chance creation, boring. What does that mean? Yeah, no, because I was at soccer training, bro. I just got back from soccer training. Not saying you're boring, you're just yawning. Yeah, no, I was at soccer training, bro. So sometimes in between, I'm still a bit tired. I don't have John here to lean off of. It's yeah, but yeah, on that we're about to end, but I want to give tips for the two upcoming games because we'll have two. VAR this weekend was just shocking. Yeah, totally agree, Reborn. We'll have two games in between before either me and John come on again. I'm not sure if John will be able to come on because of work issues, but we will look at the fixtures. We'll give a couple tips for the Champions League. So, Man City away to Sevilla, Rob. I think you guys will get the chocolates there. PSG Juventus, pretty big game. First game there. Chelsea away to Dynamo. Who knows with them? What's on Thursday? Liverpool away to Napoli. I tell you what, the way they've been playing, who knows? Johnny G says United up for sale. 3.7 billion, no chance. Genwell says. I don't know about that, man. And I heard about it tonight, John, about the up for sale. Listen, if they go up for sale, someone will buy them. That's what I think. Someone will. I just think they will. What are any other big games? Inter Bayern, big game. So then with us, so what does everyone think? United, Sociedad, let's all chuck in a tenner and buy the club. We'll do a GoFundMe page. What do you reckon, Johnny? So United, Sociedad, obviously, like we said, I think he's going to rotate. I think United still win because he's going to have a real strong midfield. I think Casemiro, Fred, Donny van de Beek going to start. So I think we'll win that. We should. It's at home. I don't care that we're rotating. We should still win. And then we go to. Let's have a look at the games here. What do we got? Man City, Tottenham this weekend, Rob. Elon Musk does have spare change. We'll be talking about him tomorrow night. So come in. Slabhead will come in, John. It'll be. I talked about it before you come in. It'll be Dubravka, this is what I'll do. Dubravka, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Slabhead, Shaw, Casemiro, say 60 minutes, Fred, Donny, Ronaldo, Elanga, and then who would he put on the left? Put Garnacho. Listen, I don't know, yeah, but there's Spurs might win versus City. There you go. Man United win, Man City win, Inter win, draw, Reborn, because he reckons they'll lose to Napoli. There you go. Spurs might win versus City. I don't know about that. Barbecue where? You having a barbecue? Everyone, John's house for barbecue. I gotta go cruise, guys. See you, big man. Yeah, we're about to get off. Now, John says good multi. So United win, City win, Inter win. So that's for the European games. Mr. Lachlan, oh, is that upset you that it's just me, Mr. Lachlan? Aren't you happy to see me? Come on, man. We thought you were gonna share this with everyone, you know, like get us some subs, some likes. Liverpool hasn't won or had a point in a match against Napoli since 2010. I know, yeah, those stats, but how many times have they played? Is the other question. How many games has that been since 2010? How you going, Mr. Lachlan? I thought you were upset that it was just me, man. I thought I was, you know, I thought I was a nice guy. People like me. Ditto for City versus Spurs. Reborn City have a terrible record. There you go. Yes, no, Chrissy isn't here, but I love you, KP. Don't you worry. Thanks, mate. All right, so to the Palace game before we leave. So it's United are going away to Palace, which I mean isn't an easy game. But then again, I think if this pretty much this starting 11 is in, maybe Casemiro, Ronaldo, I don't know who comes in. I definitely think we can get the win versus Palace. You know, Vieira, up and coming manager, Ten Hag as well, young manager. Like I think, probably you reckon they've played that many times since then? Far out. Well, that's not a good record then. If they've played that much since then, definitely not a good record. But hey, listen, I want them to lose. Reborn's the only one here that wants them to win. But you know, like as long as United win, I don't care. But Liverpool haven't been good this year. I've watched them a lot. I think I've watched almost every Liverpool game, and they have not looked good. I mean, obviously they beat Bournemouth 9-0. That's obviously a good win, but every other game they have not looked good. When do you stream next? Me and Chris C will be live. I think it's me and Chris C. Don't know if Johnny G and that are coming. Me will be live tomorrow night. We've got a podcast. Put your notifications on. Please share it with everyone. You know, tell everyone to sub. It's yeah, we'll be back on tomorrow night. And then Chris C told me I think he's gonna see if John wants to do a AFL show on Thursday. They may do that Thursday, not sure. Yeah, but we will be live tomorrow in some capacity on our just our podcast. I'm actually gonna watch replays of Napoli matches. There you go. Wednesday or Friday. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, man. Tomorrow. I'll come for barbecue. What barbecue, man? Haha, I want them to, but I don't think they will. There you go. Roma got battered. They did. They lost 4-0. Saw that. It was weird. That was to Udinese. Yeah, weird result for Roma, but yeah, it was a bit of a crazy result. But yeah, on that, guys, thanks everyone that came in. I mean, there was a lot of people in the chat tonight. Mr. Lachlan, Genwill, Reborn, Johnny G was there. Rob was in. Big Man, Chris C was in. Jimmy was in. I mean, there was so many people. The chat was really good tonight. Everyone got involved. Yeah, it was a really good show. Dersma Hess. Barbecue at Lockton Island for everyone. Woohoo. Dersma to the Hawks. Dersma Hess. Dersma to the Hawks. Okay. I don't know who that is, but I like it. Yeah, ciao, Rob. See you guys. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see. I'm not sure. Like I said, me and John, Monday or Tuesday, we'll work it out. But we would have had two games again since then that we can talk about, Sociedad and Crystal Palace. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. We'll be in touch soon. See you later.